This is Tailgate Talk. Grab yourself a water and a relight and a chili dog while you're at it too, because this is your spot for sports talk and entertainment, hosted by DB Cooper and Itty Bitty Ute, and produced by Jaywalk. Without further ado, let's get this thing started right now.
What do you want to talk about?
Your straw?
Welcome on into the Tailgate Talk podcast, where the straws are strawing and the drinks are drinking. I'm DB Cooper. Alongside me, Itty Bitty Ute, who's having technical internet issues, but he's here as always in spirit, at the very least. Jaywalk on the ones and twos behind the grill, and a very special guest joining us tonight will be PattyHotTakes. He's going to be joining along and providing some conversation for us, and we'll get to know PattyHotTakes. But before we get there, Eddie, how you doing?
I'm good, bro. Doing good. Had a great weekend. Dover. Went up to Dover. The crew. Still recovering. How are you doing?
You just ask how am I doing?
Yes. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you. Yes. Recovering Dover. Dover was a great trip. First annual Tailgate Talk kickoff in Wendover, so that was wonderful. Had a good crew. Good crew. It was a good time. Yeah, not a lot of notes. I took one picture of Morley throwing up. That was all that I took.
That's all we need.
Yeah, it's great.
It's all we need.
You booked a 7-passenger van when you have a 7-passenger van in your driveway. You booked a 7-passenger van for 9 people. You want to explain what was maybe going on there?
Yeah, I got catfish, I think. It set up to 9, and it wasn't up to 9. It was for sure 7. So, that sucks. But, it was a good-ass time.
Did you ask maybe for, like, a refund on that? Like, or did you leave a bad review? Or, like, how did you let the... Or is it just, you know, the next person's going to get fucked, too, if they're booking for 9 people?
Well, I put the wrong gas in. It wasn't like a diesel thing. It was like he was asking for premium, and I put in the 85. And we trashed it. Like, it was pretty bad. So I kind of just left it. And so I just left the, typical no comment review and moved on. So, but yeah, definitely catfished. When he says could sit up to 9, it was definitely not 9. I mean, even 7
definitely
would have been
7
tight.
seatbelts.
Yeah.
7 seatbelts.
It's a learning
I
experience.
feel like there's a possible lawsuit there. You know, if we gotten pulled over in a crash or something, and we had booked it for 9, and there were 7 seatbelts, I feel like it's probably a good lawsuit.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, good time. Second week of fall ball kicking off. I actually had a pretty good week of content, of taking in some football content, shifting to football. Let me see this. I read an article, Devin Dampier. Did you read this article? It was by...
I don't think so.
It's on the Trib. And it was Jason Patego? Your bull.
Yeah.
Jason B. We'll call him Jason B. Good article. Everyone should go read it. I'll go to the comments and leave the link in the comments. Very good article on Devin Dampier and his decision to come back to Utah last year, and how dealing with injuries. I think everyone kind of knew he was hurt last year, so he didn't play the Colorado game. He missed some time, so I think it was known that he was hurt. I definitely picked up in this article the severity of the injury was definitely, I don't think, well understood by anyone. Certainly, at least I wasn't that in the known for it. But the reason I'm telling people they got to go read it, first and foremost, like that's the whole gist of the article. But there's like an opening paragraph or two where Coach Scally, because part of it's his decision to come back, and so Scally had to go sell him on it. And there's just a certain, I don't want to give it away. I want people to go read it because it made me laugh out loud in public. I was reading it at my office during work hours, and I physically laughed out loud. It's just a great moment. So go read that article. I'll leave it in the comments. I also watched. Have you been watching any of these Under the Headsets by Bill Riley?
I haven't, dude. I've been bad on that one.
So good. Such good production. So good. And Bill Riley's like doing a great job at, he's been here for 30 years. And so he's asked every assistant every question under the book after all these years. And generally under the previous regime, they gave the same 5 answers to the same 5 questions he was able to ask every year, so he never really learned anything new about our assistant coaches and their personalities and their decisions to be here and why they like it, And Bill Riley's doing a great job this year on these Under the Headsets. Go to YouTube, search Under the Headset Utah. There's like 7 of them now. They've interviewed every one of the assistant coaches. And he's doing a really good job of just, getting them to answer questions that I haven't heard from Utah coaches previously. Jordan Gross will make it so like you'll want to send your kids to play for Jordan Gross. And he'll have you believing we're going to win the national championship, and like truly believe it. He's so Utah man and so good. We're so lucky to have him. He goes over in his, he had NFL offers. He played for Coach Ron Rivera at Carolina, and then Ron Rivera was at, Washington. And he asked to hire Jordan Gross. Jordan Gross at the time was like, I'm enjoying this high school football stuff. Don't want to move across the country, but like shows Jordan Gross is wanted as an offensive line coach in the NFL. I think we're really lucky to have him. I don't think many people would bet that our offensive line coach post Jim Harding would maybe be better than Jim Harding. But if I was a betting man and you could bet on it, a little sprinkle on that would probably be a wise investment. I think there's a chance. He's better than Jim Harding. I'm not saying he is. I'm not saying it's a guarantee. You don't put your mortgage on it, but a little sprinkle on that. I think there's a chance he's better than Jim Harding. I think there's a chance, and made me excited. At the very least, he's more attached to Utah than Jim Harding. There he is. Jaywalk, we're just singing your praises.
Really?
No, we were talking about Wendover though.
Sick, yeah.
Jaywalk, how was your experience going out to Wendover in the very back of the 7-passenger van?
Honestly, it was incredible. Yeah, it was great.
Maybe the best seat.
It was hot though. It was a sauna, so I did pass out for a couple minutes, and then when you guys lowered the windows, it was great. But yeah, it was awesome. I was just back there on my phone. It was sick.
How'd you do?
I was very jealous of your
money wise.
Basic. I had a $100 bill. I put it down, and I had at one point of the night $250, and then I thought I could probably stretch this, and then I went home with $0. So
fair
night.
Fair.
Classic Wendover night.
Yeah. It was good though. It was fun. That's the cost of having fun.
There is a cost to having fun.
I mean, honestly, it was a great trip. Wouldn't trade it. Wouldn't change it. It was great.
We were talking first annual Tailgate Talk Wendover fall kickoff. So we can just put that in the calendar every year. Mm-hmm. Just continue to invite out the crew. I thought it was a great crew. I was jealous of your spot in the back of the van. I would have been throwing up 2 minutes onto the freeway if I was sitting the way you're sitting and not being able to see where I was going. So, but I had a feeling it was the most comfortable spot. That's why I was jealous. Jealous you could
it was good.
Or the third row.
Have you ever experienced car sickness?
Yeah. if I'm like looking down at my phone, well, now they have the little dots on the phone, you know what I'm saying? That like that help with motion sickness on the iPhone.
It's crazy.
But if I'm looking down at my phone for too long, I'll kind of get sick. Like while I'm on a bus or while I'm in a car or something, I'll kind of get sick. But this time I was pretty good. The dots on the iPhone helped me out a lot, and I was looking at cars behind us too. There's a lot of people that were giving me strange looks, and I was just staring right back.
Hey,
it was a party.
That's really nice. Before you get on, Jaywalk, I was talking about some things that I was just paying attention to week 2 fall ball. These under the headsets on YouTube. So Jordan Gross, he's got to watch him. Watch him first. Go tonight. These are 15 minutes. No, you got 15 minutes to spare. Go tonight. Watch Jordan Gross's under the headset, and then after him, watch Chad Bumphus. Now, in Bill Riley's Jordan Gross interview, he thanks Jordan Gross. He's like, "Thank you. This is wonderful. In my time of doing this, offensive linemen are generally my most favorite people to interview because they give the best answers." Made a lot of sense. So after I was done watching that, I was like, I'm going to watch Chad Bumphus. My expectations were very, very low, not because I know Chad Bumphus, Coach Bumphus, but just because he's the receivers coach. And when Bill Riley said my favorite people to interview are offensive linemen, I kind of, in my mind, went, the most prima donna position in football is receiver. I can imagine it's probably not Bill Riley's favorite position group to always interview. So kind of went in with lower expectations on an interview. Chad Bumphus, great interviewer. And another guy that's just like, he didn't play here at Utah, but he's been here now. This is his 3rd time, and he loves it, bro. He loves it. He's a certified Utah man. Beautiful. When people love the university and love the program, in a sense, the way that I feel like I do, there he is, PattyHotTakes.
What's up?
Oh
Let's
my
go.
gosh.
Good to see you boys.
No, it's better to see you.
Man, you're good looking, bro.
Looking
You're a
good.
good looking dude. You know that?
We gotta get locked
If
in
you think,
before we start here. With
Please.
that better?
yes,
Go, baby.
yes,
Yes.
much better.
Let's
Much
go.
better.
Get
Patty,
after
for those
it.
that
Are we
don't
on
know,
yet? Are we going or?
we're on. We're live, baby.
We're live, baby.
Was there something you wanted to say off camera? We can bleep it out. Jaywalks on
I
the
was
ones and
going to
twos.
tell you guys my Chrome's out of date, so I was scrambling to get in here. But like you said, technical difficulties, no worries.
Took your
Yeah,
Chrome
we're-
on a date?
It's out of date. My Google Chrome on my computer. Struggling.
Do you not use Chrome on a day-to-day basis? The hell's wrong with you, Patty?
I know this laptop it's ancient, and I don't even know if it can get up to date
It's all
to where
good.
it needs to be.
Don't up to date it. You're wonderful. Thank you for hopping in here. Now, for those that don't know, you're going by Patty. Do you want to be known as PattyHotTakes for long?
Patty, I think Patty is the next evolution because it's not just hot takes at this point. That's definitely a part of the brand, but it's not the main part of the brand like it used to be. We're not living the Kendrick
Sure.
Perkins life anymore where we're just kind of, banking on hot takes. There's real ball knowledge now.
It's true. It's true. Unfortunately, in the big 2026, the year of our Lord, I feel like people kind of look down at the term hot takes. Kendrick Perkins did not do that brand justice. But for those that don't know, where did your name come from? Where did your brand come from? Where do you see it? Where can they see you? If they say, I've seen that motherfucker before. Where may have that been?
You're probably seeing me on Twitter getting folks agitated. At PattyHotTakes. Like I said, it's where the takes are hot. The ball is known. I've known DB a long time. We go way, way, way back, right? So
Way back
listening
machine.
to podcasts for a long time listener, first time participant here. But Yeah, Patty. I don't know. It started up in high school. It's a little play on my real name, and I just had to add the hot takes onto it because it was my favorite thing to do there for a little while. But like you said, there's been a little bit of an evolution with the term hot takes over the last 7 or 8 years, where it's kind of a derogatory term.
Yeah, can be. It's like a hard R. The cowboy hat. I've seen that in Rice Eccles.
Yeah,
all right.
It's out there. The movement's spreading.
Every game?
Spreading across Section 34, believe it or not. I see several of those around now. It's like the flags.
Really?
I know, DB, you're
So
trying to push the flags big time in Rice Eccles. I'm trying to get the hat movement going.
Really? So is your dream for the entire stadium to have hats or Section 34?
I mean, what would you say your dream is for the flags?
I want to be clear. I did not start the flag.
No.
I did not start the flag evolution, but I am a proponent of spreading it. My dream of it, though, is not the creator, but I mean, everyone would have a flag if it were up to me.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I mean, flag's not your thing. The hat, I guess it is kind of my thing. But yeah, let's get it going. Everybody in Rice Eccles. You can get these at like Party City. That's where I got this one. So swing on by. It's pretty cheap.
My next question.
Yeah. It's like we can make it like the Oklahoma State of the West. You notice in Stillwater all the hats.
We got to get your Patty Hot Take logo on there too.
Right.
Little drum and feather and a Patty Hot Take logo.
Ooh.
Come on now.
Ooh.
Maybe a chili dog you.
Yep. Chili dog. I got to get to the chili dog function
Maybe
this year. I didn't even make it out last year.
Yes, you do.
What's happening?
Yes, you do.
That's a good reminder. Chili. So last year we went on a run with the chili dogs, right? So we were eating chili dogs every game for the final 2 months. It took a toll on all of our intestines. This year and going forward, it's going to kind of be like the blackout game, where we have a chili dog U tailgate for a specific game. This is a good reminder. Our chili dog U game this year is the Arkansas game. So if you want to plan on that, if you want to see a chili dog U tailgate, that's the tailgate to come to. But as always, every tailgate's an open invite. We should see you more than we do.
Absolutely. Night game, the Arkansas game. There's going to be some juice there.
You don't happen to know any like professional saxophone players or anything, do you?
I mean,
or like an accordion.
We could see if
trumpet,
we
maybe.
Kenny G out. Do you guys have a line to Kenny G at all?
Who's Kenny G? Kenneth Gainwell?
You don't know Kenny G?
Jaywalk, don't be fucking giving me this. I've been asking. Excuse my language, but I've been asking for a professional for a minute now, and Jaywalk's gonna be acting like, "Who's Kenny G? Who's Kenny G?"
In my defense, he is the professional saxophone player.
Why didn't anyone say that?
It's like
because he's big time.
It's not even like Michael Jordan, because there's like a second to Michael Jordan, like LeBron. There's no second to Kenny G. He is the gold standard. We don't need to get into the
And you know him? And you know him? You know
No,
Kenny G?
No. There's no way he knows Kenny G.
No, that's rarefied air.
That's what we're asking.
Kenny G is like Prince.
Yeah. We didn't ask for a basketball player. Like, let's just call it Michael. Well, Patty.
Come on,
All right.
Patty.
All right, I'll go through the Rolodex, see if I can find anybody.
Okay.
Thank you.
Keep it on your mind.
You.
Yeah, and I'll take any professional musician or aspiring musician. They don't even need to be professional. An aspiring musician that plays a fun instrument that can move around. Trumpeter, accordion, saxophone, violinist. Because I want them for that chili dog you again for 30 minutes. Bagpipes, no. Flute, no.
Okay, all right.
Piccolo, maybe.
Ooh.
Piccolo, maybe.
Cello.
No bagpipes. Not fun enough. I think that's a good one for the open, though. Patty, you came prepared with some over-unders. Before we get into that, I do want to know a couple things. I've been asking a lot of questions. Did you have anything off the top of your head?
No, I just want over-under stuff and kind of the story of how he does it.
Sure. Okay.
All right.
Perfect. Before we get there, I want to know, lifelong Utah fan. Like, what's the background of your Utah fandom? And we'll go from there.
Lifelong Utah fan. Come from a BYU family, actually, a TDS family. Can you believe that?
I love that. I love it.
So I was born into both parents went to BYU. 2 older brothers and an older sister went to BYU, but I'm a little bit of a deviant. Came off that course, and my uncle started taking me to games the Fiesta Bowl year, and then I went to all of the games for the first time the Sugar Bowl year. So always have been,
Man,
and
sold.
always will be till I die.
Till I die, Patty. Let's go. Let's
So-
go. And go ahead, Edie.
I was gonna say, so you have season tickets, obviously. You tailgate every week?
Yeah, we're right above you guys. But I swing by. You've seen me there.
Hey, we don't need to get into that right now, but Patty, I don't know why we don't join forces and bring the two together.
I think we might as well at this point. We're right by you guys every year. I mean, you guys
We go
have
in the
TV
Wayback
game.
Machine.
Yeah. I mean, you guys have the TV games squared around for sure. Better than we do.
But if we joined forces, we would have everything. I don't know what you guys bring to the table, but we'd have everything.
Mostly food. Mostly food. The food game is strong.
Perfect. We love food.
Love that.
Favorite Ute of all time, and then after you're done with that, I want to know what is a live Utah game that you missed that you wish you were at.
Favorite Ute of all time? That's a great question. I think you're going to like this one, DB. I'm a Jalen Johnson guy. I feel like you're a Sean Smith guy, right? Kind of like Jalen Johnson's
Game
kind of my
recognizes game.
version of that. Yeah. Him and Clark.
Yeah.
I love Clark Phillips, too. I was doing a little digging. Clark Phillips, 6 interceptions his junior year. That's pretty awesome. I think at least 2 house calls, right? But
Yeah.
no, Jalen Johnson, you love the guy that just takes away one half of the field, right? Or you're playing a good receiver like the I'm forgetting at this point, the kid that we were playing up at Oregon State. I think it's not Surratt. I'm blanking on the name right now, but
Criminy.
yeah, gosh dang it. I'm forgetting who it was. He played for the Giants, Isaiah Hodgins. He was having a great year, and Jalen shut him down. Jalen shut down Ayuk at our place, which was special. We had to have a little Jaden Daniels mention in this pod, right? Then anybody have any Jaden Daniels number 5 jokes in the chamber that they've been waiting to shell out?
I feel like Eddie probably does.
I don't actually, but I'm a huge fan of him. So I love the Jalen Johnson call, though.
Controversy of late, right?
I have, yes.
Well, anyway,
Eddie.
Jalen Johnson. That's the top Ute of all time. That ASU game was absolutely classic in 2019. Game that I was not at that I wished I could have been at. I got to admit, I was there for the Fiesta Bowl. I was not there for the Sugar Bowl. So that's a cardinal sin on my part. But being 8 years old,
most Utah fans weren't there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't want 8-year-old me on Bourbon Street. That might have been a bad idea.
Yeah, you might have been the one to burn that entire city down. No, I was fortunate enough to be there at the Sugar Bowl, and not a lot of Utah fans were. That was a great pick. My pick would have been going back to the Jalen Johnson, 2019 Washington pick 6. Jalen Johnson. I wish I was at that game. I really wish I was at that game.
So DB and I, we've been talking about having a little appearance on the pod here, and the 2 things we're thinking about is a little preseason preview with some props, which we're going to do today. The other one, we got to do this one.
Please.
Just a love letter to the 2019 Utes, man. I could sit there and talk 2019 Utes for at least an hour. Could you?
I think this might be controversial, but greatest Utah football team of all time?
Hey, we're going to rattle some cages, but I'm going to go ahead and agree with you on
Hey, I think they could have beat 2004. Yeah, I could talk about them. I could talk about them forever. Let's get to the over-unders and let's break down a little bit of 2019.
All right. Okay, first we'll work in some 2019. I want to lay out what we're doing for the props today. It starts off normal. It starts off like, yeah, I would for sure bet on that. And then as we go down the line, it's like by number 7, it's like you probably should call the hotline if you're betting on these. And then it's like you should probably block the guy's number that is even offering you these lines because they're so egregious that you should just stay away. So that's the concept for what we're doing.
I love this.
Love it.
All right, we'll start things off strong here. First things first. Devin Dampier over under 2,600 passing yards, and just for context, 2,460 last year with the sports hernia, with the bum ankle. I don't know if you guys read the article in the Trib, but that was a great piece.
Jesus, it's like you're listening to me.
Let's start, DP.
And I'll add to that. If you're listening to this, add your over-unders in the comment, what you would do. So I love the context. Give our listeners as well some context on each one, or whatever context you have. They don't need to be each one. I'm going over. I think he blows it out of the water. I'm closer to 3,000. 80?
Yeah, a healthy Damp with better weapons and not as a strong run game as we had last year. I'm taking the over.
Over. Jaywalk?
I'd also take the over. I am worried, though, because there's a lot. I mean, we're going to have a lot of yards that are going to have to be kind of spread around, running, passing, and we've got another quarterback weapon. But I still would take the over.
Yeah, the bird factor is interesting. Think there's any merit to just, the offensive line play isn't going to be probably quite as strong this year, so we're going to need to open it up a little bit, tilt a little bit more towards the pass this year.
I think it's a great line of thinking, and I think that's what Scally's been very vocal that he would like to involve more of the throw game. And I think also just thinking back to last year, like he missed a whole entire game in the Colorado game. What other time did he missed other times too, right? Am I misremembering, or is it just the Colorado game? Did he play every other quarter of the game of the season outside of the Colorado game?
He did play in 12 games last year. But there were some games like, for me, the one that sticks out the most is BYU. I know that sounds like a cop-out, but it seems like his health was not where it needed to be in that game. There were a couple of games.
The following week was Colorado, right?
Yeah.
Or 2 weeks, or the following game. I think we had a bye and then Colorado.
I think he sat most of the second half too in West Virginia game. So, yeah, I think his numbers were down a little bit. So,
one thing I can't really figure out, it feels like his injury was mostly aggravated. Maybe it was Texas Tech, but I kind of got the feeling that ASU, it's like, why was he playing? It was kind of a blowout against ASU, and he played the whole entire game.
For sure.
I don't know.
Bad conditions, too.
Like he didn't need to be out there. Yes,
right.
Exactly. And he did the Spider-Man. It was the sickest celebration of the year, the Spider-Man celebration. He did that at the end of the game when we were blowing him out. Hope that wasn't where he injured himself. Sorry, go ahead, Patty.
We good number 2 now? We good to go for it?
Let's go number 2. Yep.
Number 2. So we're still in the same tier here. We're still in the you can bet on this, but actually don't, because the Utah Gaming Commission is going to come shut down DV's pod if we're giving Rex. So, prop 2, Wayshawn Parker, 1,200 rushing yards. Okay, he had the goal of 1,000 last year. Didn't quite get there. Didn't really take over until the last 6 games of the year. He ended at 981 last year. 1,200. What do you guys got?
I'm going under. Just slightly. I think he breaks 1,000. I don't think he gets to 1,200. Similar to Jaywalk's stance, too many mouths to feed in the rushing yards. Also, to your point, with maybe not as good of an offense line. I'm going under. Sorry.
I am following DB. I'm going under. I think Bray is going to have a breakout season, and with Bird and Damp running the ball too, it's going to be hard to hit 1,200.
You guys,
it was pure rushing yards, right? You're not talking all purpose with receiving, right?
No, pure rushing.
1,200 pure rushing. Yeah, I think 1,100. What were you saying? Interesting.
No, that's Wayshawn's standard for himself this year. I think that's what he said in an interview recently. So I want to throw it out there. But one other thing that I thought was interesting last year, Nakari took a lot of that workload. Now, is Nakari going to be back? Is he not going to be back? I don't know. Assuming he's not back, is somebody else going to step up and take that role? Is, Bam Allen or Chavez Soto going to step up and take that role, or is Wayshawn just going to absorb both roles? I think that's where you could see a lot of production from him this year.
My only thing to that is I think you're correct on Nakari took a lot of carries last year. I could be wrong. He didn't take a lot of the yards though. Maybe he took some touchdowns. They were all mostly short yardage in goal line situations. I think for yards, Bird and Damp are more of a threat, and Brea, as Eddie mentioned, are more of a threat for Wayshawn than I think Nakari was. To answer your question, though, I do think Chavez Soto is who replaces Nakari, and I think he's going to be better than Nakari, and I think that's why Nakari's not going to be back.
Interesting.
Bang.
Jaywalk, what you got?
Damn.
I'm going under for the record.
Damn.
Yeah, same.
Oh my gosh.
Same.
8
Sorry,
for 8.
I know it was but yeah, just kind of like he said, there's going to be a lot of mouths to feed, and I think he'll get super close, but I don't think he'll reach the over on that one.
1,200 is a lot. Too many mouths to feed.
Okay. Been a lot of talk about the passing game this year. Got some good quality receivers you guys were talking about last week coming in. Leading receiver prop here. So this could be any receiver. You get to call your shot, who it is, and the over or under, whoever the leading receiver is. 725. 725. What's significant about 725? That's
yards.
Where Ryan Davis. That's where Ryan Davis ended last year. And that felt pretty good, but 725. Okay. It doesn't pop out as much as the season felt for Ryan last year. So that's the line. What do you got?
So you want to know what a receiver pick is to have the most receiving yards, I'm assuming, and then if they're going to go over or under 725?
That's right.
Yeah. Do I want to go first every time? Because then do I feel like everyone's just picking my picks?
No.
Because I'm known as the best gambler here.
Not true.
I'm gonna go chalk on this, only because I was talking about him this weekend. I'm all aboard the Braden Pagan train, and I think he has like 1,400 yards. So I'm going over. I'm going over Braden Pagan. I'm going over 1,000 for Braden Pagan.
Shit.
You'd go over.
Unfortunately, I am. That's.
Sorry, go ahead, Eddie.
Would I go over 8?
Would you go over 890?
I think because I would get really probably generous odds. I would. Again, I'm not betting my mortgage on it. My theory on Braden Pagan after watching one Devin Dampier vlog So take that for what it's worth. This is my theory on Braden Pagan. I think he breaks 1,400 yards and 10 touchdowns as long as he doesn't get injured. I love that he is a risk it all dude. He clearly does not weigh like he doesn't have a risk factor in the back of his brain. He just kind of goes for it. And I think that's great. And I think that's what you have to have as a receiver to break 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns. The only thing that scares me about that mentality, and we just lost him, but he'll be back. The only thing that scares me about that mentality is probably more suspect to injury. Eddie, what would your pick or comments on that be?
Damn, unfortunately, it's the same. It's the over with Pagan, and the reason I picked him is I think they have that chemistry, and it's the Cam Keithy chemistry. You know, when Cam has his back turned to the defense on a play action, the first guy he's looking to is Keithy, whether the play is going to him or not. And I think Damp and Pagan have that chemistry already, and so yeah, I got to pick Pagan. I got to go over.
I love that. My only talking point to that, I'd be willing to bet him and Scary Larry have a better chemistry.
Really?
I think that's why he can huck one up to Scary with dudes absolutely covering every inch of his body.
I mean, he did fumble a ball, turn around and throw it to Scary for a tutty last year, so.
Yeah. Almost every moment where we had to have the yards, he was going to Scary, and in every single one of those moments, Scary was completely covered, but he threw it anyways.
Yeah.
That would be my only comeback to.
Okay.
It's not that he can't have chemistry with Braden Pagan. I think that'd be my only debate. I think the leader in the chemistry department is Damp and Scary.
I think I probably saw it more with Pagan just because of the vlogs, but I mean, Scary Larry was there too, so it wasn't like he wasn't involved in them. But
yeah, see, and that's a good example. Some people can watch the same thing and have two different views, because I definitely watch those vlogs and I'm like, Scary Larry. They were the only ones that played Xbox together, constantly talking, constantly like involving him, and Pagan kind of felt like he was there and everyone was a good attitude about it, but I don't know. He didn't strike me as like the boy.
Still, maybe it's because he's the only white dude there. I don't know.
I don't want to say it. I didn't want to say it. But yeah, I don't know.
I think my take here, obviously Braden Pagan is kind of in the lead for most receptions, but I'm kind of also looking at Kyrie Scholes, and that might be kind of I don't know, like he might not get as much targets as Pagan, but he might, have a lot of those explosive runs, and especially if he's looking at like a vertical option, Dampier's vertical option. I think he doesn't need, 65 a game. I think he could do a lot less, but he's averaging 18 yards a carry, and he could easily go for 900 yards that season. So
I love that's a great. Scholes is a great pick. My question, assuming Patty also went Pagan, my follow-up question would definitely be, all right, let's take Pagan out of the equation and take the over-under out of the equation. Who's going to be the second leading receiver? Who would you take, Eddie? And maybe from a gambling perspective, if you want to think about, maybe who would have the best value.
Yeah, I think Scholes is going to have the best value, so I'll probably go Scholes.
Yeah, I like that. This would be an extreme dark horse, but I think Ricky Johnson.
Dude, Ricky's sick, dude.
Slick Rick.
He's sick.
Slick Rick.
I think I'm taking Pagan as well. The Scary Larry angel was talking to me on the shoulder a little bit. Or is he the demon? He might be the demon.
I think he'd be the demon.
Yeah,
he's still me, dog.
You can't have the nickname Scary Larry and not be a demon. Come on, dog.
I love that guy.
Yeah.
I'm going Pagan. I'm actually going to go under here. I thought Ryan Davis had a really good season. I believe this number's only been eclipsed twice in the last 8 years by our leading receiver. Dalton Kincaid did it, 890 in 2022, and Ryan Davis was right at it last year. So that was the reason for the 890 question is, do you think that Pagan is going to be the leading receiver we've had for the last 9 Utah football seasons?
Yeah, and I do. And I think it would be a disappointment if he wasn't.
Wow.
And again, I think his mindset is a little scary tendency to injury maybe prone, but I think we got to have it over. Give me the over. I also I'll play I'll be the angel on your shoulder. Don't do the scary. Scary's kind of similar to Knack. He's not going to chew up the yards. He's going to chew up the big receptions and the touchdowns. So that's where you want Scary. Now, my follow-up question that we kind of all covered while we were waiting, since we all kind of went Pagan, Jaywalk also mentioned Pagan, then went Scholes. Who would your number 2 receiver be? Even if they don't eclipse that number or get close, just who's your second leading receiver behind Pagan?
I think it's got to be Scholes, right? I think your second best bet is probably going to be Creed. I see him stepping into that very familiar sort of connection with Dampier this season.
Also take the over.
I think that's probably your number 2 and number 3.
Love it. I threw out a dark horse pick, thinking as a betting man with some value. Thoughts on Ricky Johnson, Slick Rick?
Slick Rick, man. Heard some good things. I don't know a ton about his game. I know he's familiar with Coach Bump. Heard nothing but good things. Hoping to see some things from Mr. Slick Rick, but he's not on my radar as a top guy, top receiving threat for this offense as of yet.
Fair.
Yeah.
All right.
He's a 2-year guy. 2 year, 3 guy. Yeah. Keep him in the system.
And to be clear, that was my dark horse pick as the second leading receiver. Just wanted to make that clear. That's not my you should go put the mortgage on Slick Rick to be our second leading receiver. Patty, what do you got for over under number 3?
Okay.
This is a blast. Thank you for coming prepared with this, by the way.
Oh yeah, absolutely. By the way, can I add one more note on Slick Rick?
No, you cannot say anymore. Just kidding, please.
A macro Utah football trend that I'm liking is the transfer portal for Utah. They're going after guys with multiple years of eligibility, especially skill guys that need to grow into a system. I love that they've been doing that. So shout out to the staff for that. Okay, number 4.
Shout out to J-Lou really quick. That might be the selling point to Tobias Merriweather. Maybe he just needs to be in a program for more than 1 year. Maybe.
That's right. Shout out Special Lou, Tobias Merriweather. Okay, this is number 4 here, DB. Offensive points per game. We're gonna see how much Kool-Aid we're drinking right now. 38 is the line. We'll go 38 and a half.
Obviously. That feels high. I'm leaning under barely. I'm leaning under.
Do you have last year's average?
You want to guess it?
38 and a half. 38.
Eddie was right on. It was actually 43.8 last year.
Dang.
So if you're buying the Utah offense this year, you might want to buy the 38 and a half. It seems just wild to say out loud on paper, but that's
30. That sounds like a ton. 38 and a half points a game sounds like a.
If you would have told me this back in 2017, I would have punched you right in your mouth. We were talking about this high of a number. I would have decked you right there.
I'm sticking with under. I don't love it. I would not bet on this. I don't love it. I'm sticking with under. It just feels high. But I don't love it. Eddie, what do you got? Or Patty or Jaywalk?
My gut says under, but I'm going to take the over. I don't know. I think Scally's got some stuff to prove. and I don't think he's going to hold the Dogs back in late games. So I think I'm going to take the over.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think I'm taking the over just because I believe in these guys, man. I believe that there's going to be a little bit of a regression on the O-line, but I believe in the guys we brought in at the skill position. I believe in Wayshawn too. That's one of my guys. So I'm taking the over there just because I don't think there's going to be that much of a regression from last year. By the way, Jason Beck, we might have to give that guy the Medal of Honor or something. He took us from 23 to 43 in one season.
That's crazy.
That's
crazy. But what if McGivern comes in and takes us from 43 to 53 in one season?
Yeah. 63.
I've had that thought, Patty. What if at the end of the year we are going, man, McGivern is so much better than Beck. What if we're thinking, man, Beck was an absolute idiot compared to McGivern? What if McGivern is just way better? What if?
I mean, what if, right? I mean, you think about last year, the offense kind of disappeared in our two biggest games in the two biggest moments. And that's what it really came down to last year. So can McGivern, maybe we're not going to be as high powered against, Kansas this year or, TCU, but maybe against BYU or.
There might not be a moment where we're looking up McGivern's wife's name this year. That's all I'm saying. All right. Patty, what do you got for us next?
Hopefully she's not on Twitter. I actually have a line later on in this related to Utes Twitter meltdowns. So
Love it.
I mean, we can skip to that one if you guys want. Or we can keep going on the track. All right.
Keep going, baby.
It's beautiful.
Again, we're still getting in. We're in the same category still, but we're like, maybe you don't want to bet on these now.
I want to bet on them. Just be clear. I want to bet on all these.
This is like the wide receiver one. You got to call your shot who it is and say whether it's over under the line. This is going to sound really low, but there's some interesting figures behind this. Leading tackler at 75 tackles.
Jono was right around that number last year. He was in the 70s.
Jono was at 67 last year.
Okay.
Hopefully your kiddos aren't within an earshot to hear me say 67. But
sorry, I'm just giving it some thought. Just give me a second.
All right, I'm gonna go. I'll go. I'll start us off with this one. I'm gonna take the under, and I'm gonna go Trey Reynolds.
When was the last time we had a safety that led in tackles? Do we think
that was Mr. Coke Bishop?
Coke Bishop.
I thought it was RJ Hubert, wasn't it? Probably was Coke though.
Give me Jackson Benny, and give me over.
Benny,
big year for the biggest spoon.
Let's go. The cereal man.
Yeah. The dog, bro. He's playing for an NFL contract this year. Give me the over. He's gonna be flying around. Second year in the system.
For what it's worth,
go ahead.
For what it's worth, I thought he was the MVP of the defense last year, and I didn't think it was very close. I guess JHD was very, very good as well, but man, Benny was flying around the field last year.
Benny just feels like the heart and soul of that defense. That's why I would give him the MVP last year. I think that's a good call. Patty, what do you got?
Little side note, I think every game is going to be a shootout. I don't think we're going to be stopping people. I don't think people are going to be stopping us.
Well,
I would take the over. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'll take the over in every single game. Anyways.
Wow.
Really?
Yes.
It's good game script for your overs on the offensive side.
Yeah.
If you're looking for offense, that's the script you need.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over here. I do think Jono Hall is gonna have a true breakout year. One guy I got my eye on though, Mr. Ellis. Not Caden Ellis. He's in the NFL. Is it Elijah Ellis?
I think it's Elijah.
Yeah. Elijah Ellis, man. I've been really impressed whenever he's been in the game. I don't know if he's going to get starters reps right off the bat. I do think he'll work into at least a rotational role this year. I think he's going to be impressive, but I'll go Jono and I'll go over.
Was your reference to Jono having a breakout year, is that a shout out to the mayor?
It was a bit of a shout out to the mayor.
Itty on a text thread the other day, we were asking breakout players, and I asked the mayor for his, and he said John Hall, which I think there's a path to it. It just kind of took me for surprise. You're usually thinking of guys that no one really knows about for breakout players, and when we got Jonathan Hall back, it took me by surprise. Love you, man.
Yeah.
I think Josh Allen's gonna have a breakout year for the Bills this year.
Yeah, it's.
I was literally just going to say Patrick
There's a
Mahomes.
path to it. If I'm not saying it's realistic, I wouldn't bet on it. But if Jonathan Hall had a kind of year where he became a first round draft pick, I think that is a breakout year. So like, it wasn't the craziest. It just took me by surprise. I was thinking of a lot of names, and Jonathan Hall wasn't one of them.
Well, if you think John O can get to the level of Chase Hansen, Cody Barton, Devin Lloyd, those guys were sitting at 111, 114, 117. So I think he has a lot of room. I think he can get there. So I'm going over. But that's only hit, I think, 3 of the last 8 years. 75.
75. So. 3 of the last 8.
Yep.
That's interesting.
Yeah. All right, we good for number 6 here?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, please. This is great.
All right. Same thing. Leading INT man. Leading interceptor. I think Benny's going to be the popular pick here, but we'll see if there's anything else out there. 3.5. 3.5. Last year, Benny had 4. Clark Phillips had 6 his junior season. And this one's hit 5 out of the last 8.
I need a refresher here. Is Scooby coming off an injury?
I don't think so.
Not that I know of.
So the betting man would look more as an inside pick for this, but I want to have fun with it, so I'm gonna say over with Scooby. I think it's a lot for a corner, especially if you're proven to be kind of shut down. Again, I think you're betting wise, you're more likely to look at a safety or a linebacker in the middle of the field, but give me Scooby over interceptions.
I'll tell you this, nothing's been easy for Scoob. None of the interceptions he's had as a Ute have been layups. He hasn't had the ham sandwich thrown across the middle that gets picked off. He's jumping a route. He's
tips
getting in front of a pick route. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been tough. He's awesome.
Yep. Very. And Shaw's saying he's using the word elite for our corners. Potentially elite is what Shaw said. Great, potentially elite. Go ahead, Eddie.
I'm going to take Benny. I know it's the popular pick, but I'm going to take him over. He's going to have 4 or 5.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like Benny. I like Scooby. I also think Jonathan Hall leads in both tackles and interceptions. I think that would kind of be fun to see.
Some tip balls, some slants he's jumping or something. I like it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got Benny. I've got him on the over. I think he'll get 4 again this year. Another guy I really like, I like Nate Tillman. I do like Nate Tillman.
I honestly thought that, with the name PattyHotTakes, I thought there was a chance. I thought there was a chance you were going to give us a Nate Ritchie.
Oh, Ritchie.
Or Rabbit.
Nate Ritchie. Oh, yeah. No, I think Nate Tillman, if he can get some started reps, I think he'll make a couple plays this year.
Good call, Eddie. People are forgetting about Rabbit, dude.
Rabbit. I almost went Rabbit, but I was like, Benny.
I like that.
Your NFL contract is what stuck with me. I was like, he's gonna have an unbelievable year. So, and he's not playing offense. So
yeah,
it's all D.
I also think a great dark horse would be Drew's tackling pick, Trey Reynolds. Trey seems like the kind of football player that has a nose for always finding the football and might just walk himself into some picks sometimes.
Absolutely.
We're drinking the Trey Reynolds Kool-Aid if you haven't
Yeah.
been able to tell, Patty.
Yeah, I bought all stock. Yeah.
Got beachfront property on Trey Reynolds Island.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, I'm there with you. All right. Okay, number 7. Definitely don't bet on this unless you want to. 2.5. 2.5 is the line. The prop is non-offensive touchdowns. Okay. Last year we had 4. That was a high number going back historically. 2.5.
I got my pick.
Yep.
I got my pick. And
I'm ready.
oh, Edie, I want to hear yours first.
Okay. I am going to take the over at 5. I do think we're not going to be able to stop people, but I think we're going to be able to score on defense.
Do you, or is this we're picking somebody to have non-offensive touchdowns?
No. It's total team.
All right.
Yep. With a punt return or 2 in there from our boy Carvalho, I'm going to go 5, and I'm taking the over.
Yeah. I was thinking specific player, and I was going over, and I was going many touchdowns Carvalho.
You think he gets there by himself?
I do. I think he returned 2.5, right? 2.5's the line. 2.5.
How do you know Covey did that?
I think he returns 3 punt returns this year.
Goodness. Get this man to the NFL.
I mean,
that.
man of many touchdowns. You don't get that nickname from me if you're not going to score 3 punt returns per touchdown.
He's electric. Dude. He's electric.
Stud. All right. Jaywalk, you have a pick on that one?
I'm going over. I don't know about 5 though, but yeah, I'm going over.
I think we're 3 or 4. I'll take the over, but by a hair. I'm gonna have to go do some research. I wonder when the last time we hit 5 was. That had to have been.
You have to think that. I mean, is pick 6 we're getting 1 pick 6 a year, and so then we're just looking for 1.5 more, like a return of something, a fumble return. I don't know, like it. 2.5 actually seems low to me, but maybe I'm up in the night.
I'll do some more research. We'll circle back on that one.
We might have 2.5 interceptions for touchdown on most years.
Yeah.
2024 we had 5 for non-defensive. 25 we had 4, and 22 we had 4. 2023 was 2. So
non-defensive touchdowns.
That's what I got.
So like special teams touchdowns.
Sorry, non-offensive touchdowns. Yeah.
Your line includes defensive touchdowns, right?
That's right. Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Just any non-offensive, yeah.
2024? There wasn't the last game we got our pick 6. Iowa State.
We had the Tao Johnson high 5 with Zamaya Vaughn. That was in my mind as I was creating this prop too. There's stuff like that.
Smith Snowden pick 6 at UCF.
Yeah, so there's 3. Lander, Smith, Teo, and probably a fumble.
2021 we had 6 non-offensive touchdowns.
Broughton had another one in that UCF game. So we had 2 pick 6s in that UCF game.
2021, I mean, Covey had a punt and a kickoff.
All right. This next one, we'll do a lightning round on this one. It's pretty self-explanatory. Games before the first pick 6 occurs. So 3.5 is the line. It basically betting, are we getting a pick 6 in non-conference or conference play or not at all?
I can start us. I'm going to go under, and I'm going to pick the Utah State game.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna go under. I'm gonna go Arkansas. Chili Dog U.
Ooh. Okay.
Come on, baby. Come on, the Chili Dog.
I hope it's Idaho though. I hope it's done. It's out of the way. We move on.
That's our.
Yeah, I'm gonna say under Idaho.
Ooh.
is there a branding NIL opportunity out there where it's like, if you get a pick six on Chili Dog Unite, you're like the mayor of Chili Dog U for the next year or something like that?
That
For
might
sure.
be.
Oh, I love
That's
that.
the move. That is the move.
Yes.
We'll sign you on the dot.
Yeah.
As the mayor of Chile.
Can't give you much, but we'll give you some hand jobs or something. I don't know.
Figure
We'll
something
figure it out. Yeah.
We can sure lick the ladle.
Yeah. Can't mix the pot anymore.
Yes. Patty.
I'll go under. I think I'm going to go Idaho. We had the Cal State Benny pick six, which was kind of a hilarious throw, by the way.
Yeah.
Not really sure what was going on there, but you kind of get that in some of these FCS matchups where these guys are just like, they're out there trying not to get hurt. They're just like, all right, I'm getting this thing out of my hands, and you make mistakes. And I think we're going to get one against Idaho first game.
I might be changing mine to Idaho as well. And just saying that, like, my old man was talking this week. Can you guys imagine how electric that game's going to be? Like, I think a lot of people are overlooking it. This is the Thursday night FCS. Like, typically we're going to, stomp these guys. We're always excited for the first game of the season, but it's not the one you circle. But this is different. This is the new generation, the new coach, the turning of the page. And I think the electricity in that building for an FCS game especially is going to be unmatched. And we might have a couple defensive touchdowns, pick six in that game.
Well, I don't know. I'm not overlooking it. You've got like the Beehive Boot, right? You got these nicknames, the Holy War. We need a name for the Utah versus Idaho rivalry. Like, what if it's like the Bear Lake Classic, the Bear Lake Battles,
like that.
Sponsored by LeBeau's.
I love that, actually. We should
Bear Lake Brawl.
Yeah.
We should get LeBeau's
The
on the line
boo-boos.
for that. That's a good idea, Patty. Jeez, you're coming up with some great ideas.
Sheesh. Ever since you updated that Chrome, bro. Oh.
I never even got it
Throw 'em off with
updated.
Crystal. You look great.
Yeah,
I'm
you
on the
look
wife's
fantastic.
phone right now. I'm on the wife's phone. I never even got it updated. So,
Well, the wife's phone is crisp. I'll say that.
all right, here's the next one. This one's fun. This is my favorite one out of all of them. 0.5 is the line, and the prop is big man TDs. Big man
Ooh.
TDs. So here's what it takes to qualify. You got to be over 270 pounds. You got to be on the offensive line, defensive tackle. You can be one of our rhinos, so either Sione or Semi can get this. Or we'll also give exceptions to Ethan Day and Cash Dillon, because the word on the street is those guys are getting into big man territory. They're putting on the poundage. So those are your eligible guys.
My gut instinct initially was under, but Scally's been mentioning that Rhino package and getting them the ball more, and there's going to be a little ode to Urban Meyer, BYU, running it with a lineman in there, I think that's in play, and I think Scally's going to want to relive that electric moment.
Yeah.
And the BYU game, that would be unreal for that.
Just the exclamation mark to go up by 35.
Yeah, in the first.
Jeez.
I'm going to go over as well. Semi's going to get one. I think it might hit in Idaho, dude. I think it's going to start off fast.
My gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I might even
the
take
Kool-Aid so hard.
I might even take 6, dude. I might even take 6, bro.
Oh my gosh.
It's over.
6 big man touchdowns.
Yeah.
We're drinking the Kool-Aid so hard. But I love it. This is what we're supposed
We
to
just
be
have
doing
a big man touchdown a
in
game,
August.
dude. What the heck?
Half of our season,
I'm taking-
big man touchdowns.
I'm taking the over also. I liked how they kind of saved a lot of that semi stuff. I think he got a rep during the BYU game last year. Semi had a couple, he was the
ran through a motherfucker's face, dude. It was great.
Yeah, he was great. Yeah, I think he gets one, at least one this year, right? And they save him for a couple goal line type stuff, or put him out on a
Wildcat
on the tight end. So yeah, dude. Oh my gosh, on the Wildcat.
I mean, can I expand my answer a little bit on this one? Can I do a little walk down memory lane?
Yeah, please.
So first of all, I think the chili man, the chili dog, mayor award, it could be expanded to big man touchdowns as well as pick sixes. That feels very fitting for the brand. But a couple things I was thinking about on the negative side. I'm thinking about 2018 Washington. Pita Tonga gets a little Jake Browning, just a little pass that falls into his mitts. What does he do? Gosh. I think I relive that moment maybe once a week, man. Just pops right out of his arms, out of bounds. We get stuffed.
Make it stop! Make it stop!
We get stuffed.
Having PTSD.
Four down goal line stand by Washington, which that Washington defense was absolutely nails if you look back at it. Unbelievable talent on that defense. But I was thinking about that on the negative side. On the positive side, I think there's a lot of ways you can get here. I think you can get a big man touchdown on the defensive side. You can get the Rhino package. I think the Scally factor is real with that one. Would love to see that against BYU. And then the other one is like the offensive lineman touchdown. There are two that I'm thinking about. You guys remember the Isaac Asiata against USC? Kind of recovered a little. I want to say it was like Devin Brumfield fumble in the end zone. We got a little Isaac Asiata action there. Love that, Utah man. And then another one. I think we had a Spencer Fano tackle throwback play a couple years ago, didn't we? Yes. Who's stopping that play, by the way? Like, who's preparing for that? Who has that in their script on defensively? Like, I feel like that play would work every time. So, who knows? Maybe McGiven will pull that out.
That was a season we should have done it every possession just to see if we could score for shit that season. We pulled it out one time.
So, yeah, I'm going over. That. One of those ways is going to hit. We're going to find a way.
Love it.
Semi, north end zone, first BYU. Fourth quarter, less than 2 minutes to go, exclamation mark. Mark my words. I've seen it.
Ooh. Let's go. All right. Prop 10 here. All right. I got to preface this. We're not betting on opposing team injuries. We're never advocating for that.
It is. That is Eddie's brand. That is Eddie's brand.
Literally every time the ball is in the air.
Yeah.
He's invoking ACL tears.
To your point,
on the coaches,
the normal person is not doing that, but we do have to. That is Eddie's. That's his brand.
That's me.
ACL.
Yeah.
ACL.
And it has been for 15. Plus
I think the crazy thing is people are waiting for like the just kidding. But no, fuck them. Let's do it.
Patty Taysom was taking over the world in Provo versus Utah State. This guy needs to break his freaking leg. Next play, breaks his leg.
Yeah.
And the room goes silent. Don't you feel bad? No. He was. The Utes might as well have won the national championship. Is the type of excitement that we got out of it.
You better save that for a big spot this season. Keep that in the chamber.
That is true. That is true. Lou is the Reaper when it comes to betting, but I am the Reaper when it comes to injuries and suffering. Yep. So, yeah.
So
the Reaper of suffering, itty bitty you.
Yeah.
I think generally, we're not advocating for opposing team injuries, but we are allowed to recognize patterns. And a pattern I've recognized over the last 7 or 8 years is QBs just get mauled inside of Rice-Eccles Stadium. So we got 7 home games this year. Last year, by my count, we had, I believe, 3 quarterback injuries. We had Cal Poly, we had Texas Tech, Baron Morton, and then we had Colorado. Sims was close at ASU. He was like by the middle of the third quarter in that game. My man was ready to go, but he toughed it out. So we had 3 last year. The line this year is 3.5 quarterback injuries at Rice Eccles Stadium.
At Rice Eccles.
Yep, 7 home games. You get that extra.
Okay. Initially, I was going over, but the at Rice Eccles does worry me on the line a little bit. Why I do want to say while I was leaning over, I do think that this team's going to have something to prove that the physicality didn't leave with Whittingham.
I like that. I'm going to go opposite, though. I'm going to take the under.
I went under, just for the record.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm going to go under. I think we're going to get lit up defensively. Again, we're going to hit the overs. Quarterbacks are going to have all the time in the world to throw on us, so yeah, I got to go under.
Under as well for me. And as a side note, backup quarterbacks do really well at Rice Eccles.
Yeah, it might be.
I don't know why.
For the best of us if we don't knock out the quarterback.
Yeah. I'm totally fine with not injuring any quarterbacks, and then their backups light us up. So I'm taking the under.
We're just known for that, dude. 2019 USC.
Matt Fink.
Yep.
Golly. Yeah, Matt Fink, and then Elder Hammond from last year's game, Texas Tech.
Elder Hammond.
Yeah.
Elder Hammond. I thought that guy was going to be a BYU Cougar. I'm not going to lie. But anyway.
I didn't know who the hell he was until he came in that game.
Yeah, same. Anyway, let's see. Did I have another note on?
What's your pick?
Oh, yeah. Mine's over. I think we're going to have some added measure of physicality this year. I'm with DB on that one. Also, could you guys just imagine if there was an actual like betting market for this? Like if there was actually people
I don't think we're
that
far off
were
from
like
it.
indexing this, like, oh, McKay Hillstead, he's only 5'10", and you know Utah's going to sack him 6 times, so his odds are 46% of getting hurt.
We're far off, yeah.
Yeah, I think if we tipped off Polymarket that there's an open avenue here for something actual. I think that's a definite thing that's going to be happening soon.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one here. Prop 11. You got to use your brain power for this one a little bit. Over or under 1.5 postseason wins for the Utes. That includes conference championship games, bowl games, college football playoff games. So you got 2 pathways to the over here. You win the conference and you win a college football playoff game. You lose the conference championship game and you make the semifinals of the college football playoff. Those are your 2 paths. So we're going to see just how strong the Kool-Aid is this year for this crew.
One and a half.
In theory, you could lose the conference championship and still hit that number. In theory, because we're not BYU, we actually have a brand that can lose that game and still make the playoffs. I'm going under. Yeah.
Let me ask you, if the line was 1 and you could push at 1, would you take that? Because you can win a typical bowl game. You can just have a bowl win and you push.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd take it.
Yeah.
I'm going under.
I'll go under too. Yeah.
It's a little too hot. A little too hot for PattyHotTakes.
Just from a betting perspective, the under would be the smart. The smart bet, but storybook. What I mean.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if
Scally's first year?
Could you imagine, bro? If Scally's just the guy. Yeah. He's Urban Meyer 2.0. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I get too excited when I think about it. Jaywalk, do you have a pick?
Over.
Bang.
Damn.
Bang,
I think-
bang.
Yeah, I'll go over.
I like it.
Let's
We
go.
could win the conference and then at least win one game.
I like that
Hey.
a lot.
I'll go over.
All right. Okay. This next one.
An issue with that, if we win the conference championship, we might get a bye. Probably get a bye. Makes that line even harder to.
I don't know if the committee's ever given a bye to a Big 12 team again after last year. Texas Tech ruined that for everybody.
Yeah.
Valid point.
But we could do it. All right. This one, it's more of a judgment call. You have to judge this one in your own heart. 0.5 quarterback controversies at the University of Utah. Again, we're getting into don't bet on this territory, but this isn't like the guy in your section. There's a guy in section 34 that the backup quarterback is always the best player on the team, and put in Kane, as in Terrence Kane was like the slogan of that 3-year period.
God.
Real quarterback controversy where it's like, hey, Bird probably needs to get in the game here. For the record, I'm under here. I think very highly of Bird, but I also think higher of Dev. But is there any room for Bird taking over the starting job just organically this year?
I think it's a definite possibility. I would not want it. I don't think that would be our best case going forward. What if it's a case though that you can convince Dev we can use his talents better somewhere else, and Bird's just that good. But I'm gonna say under because that's what I want, and I don't want to have any controversy.
I don't either. I think the only way I can see that unfolding is if it's kind of like a health situation like last year where Dev is just gutting something out and Bird's just firing every time that he's in there. But I think Dev's the guy this year.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm taking the under. But yeah, again, same thing. Like, if he's banged up, just throw Bird in. Like, let's not even risk Dev. Like, I think we're starting to see that, right? You see it in the NFL. It's like you got a tight hammy, you're sitting a week. You're investing so much money in these quarterbacks. Like, sit him a week. We're paying our backup a lot of money. So
I don't know if you had the luxury last year of doing it with Bird being a true freshman, but this year I think you have some legit ground to stand on if that scenario comes up.
But that might be the reason why you would want to take the over. If you think that you have the luxury of Bird playing more, that naturally is going to cause, assuming he plays good, that is going to cause the controversy, no matter how good, bad, or whatever Damp is. If Bird comes in and wins games, you know what? As a betting, I don't want it. I don't want it. But just betting brain, give me the over. Give me the over. There's not very many programs with 2 proven starting quarterbacks, and I think that is why you take the over.
yeah, he's starting 80% of the Big 12. So yeah, fair.
All right. Jaywalk, anything before we go to the next one?
Under, please. Under.
We all need an under. We need a big old under there.
Yeah.
That'd be great to have two stable quarterback seasons in a row.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to find out who the equivalent of Luke Batari is on this team. I hope I never learn that person's name.
Never again.
Okay. 0.5 big noon kickoff / college game day appearances. Not just for a Utah game, in Salt Lake City this year. Now, here's where this one's tough. Our good games at home this year, BYU's obviously the biggest one. Gosh, if you go look at the slate that week,
Insane.
like, holy smokes.
Yeah.
I thought Yormac thought he was doing something by moving that game to middle of November. No. there's a lot of competition for that.
Admittedly, I thought he was doing something too. I actually liked the play. We're never going to be as big as Michigan, Ohio State, Alabama, Auburn. Those will always take up that final week of the year. So let's make our stamp. But to your point, it didn't work last year. The ratings sucked, and the slate was chocked full. And this year the slate is huge for that. Give me the under. I also think the networks want to expand other places. They don't want to go to the same places every single year, and I think we're due for a little bit of a break. And I think our fans wouldn't mind a little bit of a break too. It's a lot of work. It really is.
Yeah. I'm going to take the over just because we had 3 last year. I think we're bound to have 1.
But he said at Rice Eccles though too, so we had
2 at Rice Eccles.
Do that.
1 on the road.
Game day and Big Noon. What was the road?
You're right. Yeah,
BYU.
at BYU.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll still take it. I still think Utah BYU is both undefeated when we play each other. And
Houston, does BYU play Notre Dame before us?
Do they?
If they win that game, man, the hype for the Holy War is going to be off the charts.
If we're both undefeated, it could be, but still, that week 10 is so loaded. We could be undefeated, both be undefeated, and there's still other games that I think I could see them going to over us.
It's ridiculous. It's like Notre Dame, Miami, and I think Ohio State, Oregon, and several other good SEC matchups. Some serious top 15 matchups there. I'm going to take the under there. One silver lining, though, with that loaded Week 10 slate, I think we're going to be playing that game late night. I think it's going to be like an 8 o'clock game, which sign me up for that all day.
Please.
All day. Yeah.
Please.
I don't get the day game truthers out there. I don't really understand that.
Ruins the tailgates, dude. That you never come to.
All right. Yeah, well.
Patty, you still there?
All right. We're going to go. Let's see. Which one do I want to do here? I'll just go with this one. This one should be the easiest over of the day. If you don't pick the over on this, I don't know what you're doing. Over under 0.5 Utah football Twitter meltdowns in a game that we end up winning by 2 touchdowns.
Over by
that's an over.
Million years.
That's an over.
It might even be a game where we're winning 54-10 and we have an injury. I'm gonna take the over for sure.
I hope it's not that. That would be the most depressing. But I'll give me the over because Scally is Urban 2.0, and people forget Urban didn't blow you out in the first half; he blew you out in the second half. And there's going to be a lot of games where it looks close in the first half, we blow out in the second half. There's going to be a lot of meltdowns. Utah Twitter, first half, we're not blowing out this team enough, and then we're going to go on and mollywop their asses in the second.
Yeah.
I think Wyoming was like that last year where we had 400 yards of offense in the first half, but it was 6-3 or something like that. That was a dark day.
Great.
Dark day.
So that's
I had a fantastic day that day.
You guys were up there.
Yes. It was a fantastic day. And I enjoyed the game. It was I don't mind those games. It was frustrating in the first half, and it was it was kind of embarrassing, but also there was never a doubt we were going to lose that game. There was never a doubt. And it ended up being a blowout. There was never a doubt. I like that game. That was a good game. Scary Larry touchdown.
Oh, yeah, that was special.
Dylan Curtis issues started, unfortunately.
And we were sitting right in front of his dad. It made it really
it was rough. Yeah, every time he missed one, I did look back at him like, are you serious? I have us by minus 24.5. Are you serious right now?
And your son's out there missing field goals?
Yeah. Oh, man, I hit that by the skin of my teeth.
The better question, rather than an in-game meltdown, it might be if we're going to get a pre-game Ute Twitter meltdown in a game that we win by a lot. Like Colorado last year, I remember certain reports that, don't bet on the Utes this week. There's some serious turmoil. And then we ended up covering a 49.5-point super spread on that game. So anyway,
Yeah, that's a good call.
all right, 15th and final. You guys ready? We got another half.
I love this.
Another half pointer. 0.5 like unique new uniforms for the Utes this year. So I'm talking along the lines of like the Spirit, Courage, and Honor 20, the 2010 TCU, which that game failed to mention that game doesn't exist.
Yeah, I didn't mention that one.
Or like the USS Salt Lake City, things like that,
But a hand painted helmet with regular jerseys and pants is not what you're considering. Okay,
no, we're getting that for sure.
The under.
Take the over.
Really?
I think Under Armour has something to prove. I think they're going to throw something. I think they're going to throw something at us.
Yeah, my exact reason for going under is that I think Under Armour is going to cash it in.
Yeah. They're like, I'll show you guys.
I mean, we haven't had like
These are the greatest uniforms ever made.
We haven't had a unique new uniform set in since pre-COVID, so I don't know what Under Armour's been doing anyway. But
and I wish you know what, Patty, we probably see differently on this. I wish we would reel it back in on the uniforms just a little bit. I don't want a new combo every game.
I could do without some of the white, black, white, weird combos. But
I actually had what I thought was a decent idea the other day, and this is going to be for the people that are the true Tailgate Talk fans because you're sticking around for an hour and a half. So I'm gonna give this. I could hold it. It's a good enough idea. I could hold it to next episode and start off with it, and I think a lot of people would agree. I'm gonna give this ones to the true diehards that make it this long. Thoughts on this? Helmets. On the road, we wear interlocking U's. At home is the only time we wear a drum and feather. Thoughts? I'm not saying that's not a prediction or anything. It's just an idea to throw out to the program. Say we can no longer wear drum and feathers on the road. Those are interlocking U games. At home is the only time we bust out the drum and feathers.
I have an opinion after Patty, but I'll let Patty take it.
I kind of wish we'd just go one way or the other. And I kind of wish it would just be drum and feather.
Sure. That's fair. That's completely fair.
Kind of the same. Drum and feather. Just inject it into my veins. Give me more drum and feather.
Itty?
I really like doing the interlocking road as long as the BYU game is always drum and feather.
That's fair.
No matter what. I think you had an opinion earlier. The big games, the bowl games, the rivalry games, the neutral site games is always drum and feather.
I just think the drum and feather will always be the beloved logo, and deservedly so for our fan base. And I don't know. I think when you bust it out in special occasions, it just means more. Play harder, something to fight for, something for the fans to rally around. Clemson does, I think, for their rivalry and championship games is the only time they bust out, if I'm remembering correctly, their purple pants. Only time they wear purple pants is either rivalry or a trophy on the line of some sort. And since I've heard that, I've always tried to think of ways Utah could incorporate something like that. I think we should take a couple of years off from the blackout. I think the blackout would mean more if we just went away from it for a couple of years, and then did it selectively going forward. But I think there's other ways like the drum and feather or maybe the white helmet or just something where I think would be sick if we knew that that's a special occasion, whatever it is, where we only wear it when trophies are on the line, or only wear it at home. Like you want to see the Utes in a drum and feather? Well, you have to go to a game of Rice-Eccles to see that happen. I don't know. Things like that get my dick.
I like it.
But
I'm down. Sign me up for
Love
that.
that.
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Maybe
I do wish.
next time I see Scally, I'm going to run it past him, see what he thinks.
I do wish our roads were either all icy whites or the red top, or the red hat. Sorry, with the red pants and the white jersey. I wish it was just those, and we don't incorporate the black pants with the black jersey on the road. Like, we know it's always red helmet or white helmet, and it's always a white jersey.
I do kind of like yearn for the days where you just knew red helmet road and home and road no matter what. And if we're home, it's red, and if we're on the road, it's red, white, red. And I kind of yearn for those days.
Yeah,
if I'm being honest.
I think the blackout games lost a little bit of juice since we're doing it against like Kansas. You know, it's not USC anymore. It's Kansas.
it's Kansas.
We should. I am way more than my drum and feather interlocking you idea. We should take years off from doing the blackout to bring it back to being a very cool special occasion. It's just when you do it every single year, it just loses its luster. And especially to your point, when we're going from doing it against USC every year to doing it against Iowa State. The Cyclones.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
If we're lucky.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, Patty, this was fun.
Year.
I appreciate all these overs and unders, doing your homework. By far, I mean, we might need to talk about it offline, Itty, but I feel comfortable in Jaywalk in saying Patty is the most prepared guest by 10 miles that we've had.
Not even
on
close.
The show.
Yeah, it's not even close.
Yep. Not even close.
Love to hear it, guys. Thanks for having me on. It's been awesome, and sorry for dragging us an hour and a half.
No, this is
great.
This is great. I could talk like this with over unders and Utah football. I could do it all night. Before we go, give us your official 2026 win-loss record, and then give us your official 2019 University of Utah football love letter.
All right. I think by way of strength of schedule, first things first, I think we're going to match our output from last year. Do I think this is a better team than the 2025 Utes? I don't know. I think the schedule is probably more favorable, though. Got BYU at home, missing Tech, missing ASU, missing Kansas State. Who else are we missing? Missing Oklahoma State. Mestamaker is going to be a problem. That dude is for real. I've got some takes about him and Arch Manning that we might have to save for another day. But I think by way of strength of schedule, we got 10 regular season wins, and we'll get one postseason victory. I think we're going to be outside looking in for Arlington, unfortunately. I think Tech's going to roll with their strength of schedule this year. And that one last spot's going to be tough. It's going to be a toss-up between several teams. So I got 10-2 with an 11-2 finish with a bowl win. And the 2019 Utes. Just know I think about you guys all the time. And I love you guys. Signed PattyHotTakes. Any of you. Even if you're, Javelin Guidry, man.
Ooh.
It's like the 10th best guy on that defense, and he's a dog. He's a dog.
A great amount of time in the NFL.
Josh Nurse. He's a rotational corner, and he's getting some legit run with the Jags. Like, that defense was 12, 13 deep. Even Manny Bowen, if you're out there listening, I hope you had massive success in your business endeavors.
He better be a billionaire for missing out on that season.
You missed out on something there. I love all you guys.
That's beautiful.
I love it. Dude, I might cry.
Patty, love you. I love the 2019 team as well. Greatest team of all time. Greatest Utah football team of all time. And I think Morgan Scally would agree. Love you, Patty. Love this. You're going to have to come back on again.
Yep.
It's an open invite whenever you want to come. We say this to every guest. You now can be a recurring guest. We want to have you. You're part of the universe. People know you. So come join us anytime. Let's break out. What a cliffhanger on Mestamaker, Arch Manning. I need to hear that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll end with that. Drew Mestamaker is going ahead of Arch Manning in the NFL draft this next cycle. So.
Ooh. Damn, you're tanking your dynasty team to get Mestamaker. Edie, did you have something?
I would just say we need you on Wednesdays, dude. We're gonna go live every Wednesday at 9:00. Come hang out with us in the comments. We need this stuff. So
comments, live, whatever.
Yeah. Put your over and unders in there, dude, and everyone, we can talk about it just like this. I mean, that's why we started the podcast, is for nights like this. So
I could literally, I mean, we're at an hour and 40. I could literally go another 2.5 hours easy on this. This is so much fun for me. So thanks, Patty.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Love you guys. As always, go Utes.
Go Joes!
Go Utes.
Shush. Stop.